Hello everyone and welcome to day 4 of From My Closet. This is Jennifer Norman. I'm the founder of the Human Beauty Movement as well as the author of Super Captain Brave Man books. And today I actually, for this particular episode, wanted to invite some special guests in for my little episode. First we have Kyle, who is my beloved son. A lot of people are probably familiar with with Kyle. We also have my girlfriend Ginger, who's going to be assisting me, as well as Leah Lodovico. Yes, that's the monkey bar above Leah. Leah is very talented in so many ways. Not only is she Kyle's nurse, but she's got some hidden talents that we're going to divulge today. Anyway, the reason why I have my special guests and of course my beloved son here with me is because with the coronavirus happening now and understanding the importance of social distancing, we thought that it would be a good idea to talk about respiration and breathing. Now, Kyle, as many of you know, has been living on a ventilator, on a respirator for probably about 8 years now, full time. Before that, he actually was able to sprint, which means that he could be off of the ventilator, but for a long period of time now, he's actually been on the ventilator 24/7. And so we just wanted to kind of show you what that means and what that looks like and why it's so important. First of all, I'm going to show you Kyle. Kyle has what's called a mitochondrial disorder, which causes him to not make as much energy as normal kids do. And so it causes him to be very sleepy. He also has some secondary issues, which are that he did have some inflammation in his brain, which caused some nerve damage. And so he unfortunately has the inability to move. And he does have kind of global weakness throughout his body. So what that means is that he needs some extra help. He needs some extra help breathing. He needs some extra help during the day doing physical things and even eating and whatnot. So Kyle has a tracheostomy. It's essentially by surgery he had a hole placed into his trach, into his neck, and then he had this tracheostomy tube actually placed in, which allows an external ventilator to pipe in air. And this is what we call the circuit of the ventilator. You can see that there are some wires that go down this circuit, and that is essentially for a couple of things. Number one, because Kyle he's not able to breathe through his nose, he needs extra humidification that is going to help to keep his lungs moist. And so what he has here is an external humidifier, and you can see that it is set for 31.7 degrees Celsius, which helps to keep the line nice and warm and essentially moisturizes the air that is piped into his tracheostomy. And then this is connected to his ventilator. We've gone through a few different ventilators. This one is super snazzy. We actually love it. And not only is that ventilator connected to the humidifier, but it is also connected to what we call the oxygen concentrator. Now, some of you might be familiar with oxygen tanks, which look like this. These are called E-tanks, the ones that we have, which are, helping to provide extra oxygen. And so when Kyle is walking around or when we're wheeling him around, he actually uses that oxygen tank. But when he is stationary and pretty much just staying at home, we use this because it can plug in and essentially concentrate oxygen out of the air, deliver it through this line into his ventilator and then into Kyle. So that helps to give him extra oxygen when he needs it. So with that, we just wanted to make a point of just sharing how important these pieces of equipment are. These are highly specialized. They are things that he relies on for his life. We rely on them to help Kyle breathe, and it's extremely important. So when things like coronavirus happen and people aren't very careful about who they're with and not really practicing social distancing, then they are essentially putting themselves into jeopardy and potentially might need to be placed onto one of these machines. So you can imagine the taxation on the healthcare system if a lot of people are needing respirators, and then kids or adults who are living on things like life support also need them. Chances are there's going to be a shortage, and we'll be in a little bit of trouble, won't we? So with that, Kyle just wants to thank you. very, very much for practicing social distancing, for understanding the importance of maintaining healthy respiration, and of just keeping everybody safe and giving the support to those who need it in terms of the equipment for people who need it. And then the other thing that we also wanted to share was because of the importance of breathing, we were thinking about how people tend to go into a state of panic and don't necessarily have good control over their breath. And sometimes that lack of control over their breath actually exacerbates this feeling of anxiety and panic. And so, interestingly enough, Ginger had a situation just not long ago that she actually wanted to share with us as far as a breathing technique that actually helped her when she was not feeling well. So I'm going to put the camera on Ginger, and she's going to share what she learned.
Yes, hi. So for me, when I was just down and out, just like feeling like you all know when you have the flu, you just feel like death. Like you're just like, I don't even know if I want to be here. Like this is bad. And I'm like, please, dear God, bring me some relief. And I got, breathe, my child, breathe. Remember what we've taught you, what you've learned through all your lovely yoga practitioners and peers. So I just started doing some breath work, and I just laid there and I just was like, and then I take deep breaths like, and then the same thing. I do a little rapid breathing and some deep breaths up to the crown chakra, all the way back down through all of my chakras, is what they like to say, your system. And with that, there was so much relief, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. So at the end of the day, this can also be just used for anxiety and fear, and it helps a lot.
Thank you so much, Ginger, for sharing that. That was really special. And I just wanted to actually demonstrate the Ujjayi Pranayama because, and I'll give you the phone, because I remember when I was actually in a particular state of panic, given a certain situation recently, I was told by a person who was near me, use your breath. You know how to breathe, you remember how to breathe, and you are going to use your breath to calm your mind. And so I started with the Ujjayi Pranayama, which is essentially, you put one hand on your belly, you put one hand on your heart, and then you make an ocean wave sound with your larynx. And what that essentially is supposed to do is to essentially send signals to calm your brain down, to create this sense of relaxation. And so it's like, so you're essentially dragging the breath across the back of the throat, and you're making friction, you're making heat, and that really helps to calm the heart rate down, it calms your mind down, and it really helps you to feel so much better. And it really gets your mind into a place where it can start thinking more clearly, it can start thinking a little bit more soundly, and things are going to be okay. So with that, Kyle wants to thank you.
And Ziggy does.
Ziggy wants to thank you. Quincy and Moxie want to thank you. Leah wants to burst out into song.
yes. She can sing. Oh, come on, Leah.
Leah's shy.
Next one.
Yeah, she has the most beautiful voice, but I'm putting her on the spot, which isn't fair. So, most of you know at the end of each of these episodes, I actually pull something from my closet that I wish to gift to you. And so, rather than going all the way over to my closet, I actually picked something out of my closet before I came over here to Kyle's room. And Kyle actually thought this would be cool too, because it's kind of like a teen thing that I think that some people would like. And I'll let Leah actually demonstrate it. It's actually a really cool shirt. It is Louis Vuitton X Supreme. It's a size large. It's black. And it's very stretchy. It's a really nice t-shirt material. I don't know. It's like very, very high quality. No, you can't have it. I'm sorry.
But Kyle's like, I want that.
Yeah, it's a really cool shirt. It doesn't
100% cotton.
Yeah, it doesn't have the tags on it anymore. I think I might have worn it twice. Seriously, I think I only wore it twice, so it really feels like it's brand new. I honestly can't guarantee the authenticity because I don't have the tags anymore, but if anybody wants this shirt, feel free to reach out, let me know. As stated before in my other videos, there's really nothing that I need for you to do after you receive the shirt. I just need to get your shipping address so that I can send it to you. And then after that, you can keep it, you can gift it, you can upcycle it, you can sell it, you can do what you wish to. It's really up to you. It's my gift to you, and it's my way of helping to spread a little bit of joy. So with that, take deep breaths. Remember that breath is your life force, and we're all so grateful to be able to breathe in some fresher air now that everything is a little bit less polluted with everybody staying home. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.